Okay, so this particular website crawler and sitemap generator, this is what I wish to replicate in Django and Python script. So basically it takes the input of website and it crawls through your list of URLs within the site, and it will limit it to 100 as of now. So we'll keep everything same like this. We'll try to replicate with the cursor and Django. So I'll be opening cursor here. Currently, let me see the amount of queries I have. So like 51 were used so far and 74 in non-quota specific queries. So let me close this. Now what I have done is, within the grok I asked for the PRD document, which is project requirement document. So within that I explained how the project is going to be, and it came up with this. So I'll be copy pasting this one into the document. Right, so let me open folder and then go to the drive here, then tools. Already have one, but let's create a new one. Okay, let's name this crawler, right? And if you want, sitemap tool, much better and unique name. And I will open the folder inside which you can create the cursor folder for rules. Right, notice that I made right, so it has to be the dot instead of the colon, inside which I will be adding prd.mdc. so this is the document in which I will be adding this whole scope. Right, so I'll be adding this. So let me copy only the part which needs to be used. You can also give it instruction related to sitemap, right? Error handling, text tag, then deployment we will ignore for now. Right, so I will just copy this into cursor. Right, so everything is here. I'll just use enter. Right, so I will ignore the PostgreSQL specific part. I will save this. Currently it is saying database is optional. We'll keep it at that. You can see. Right, so let me check if everything is correct. Right, then all these options, as you can see, so once everything is done I can save this. Then I can also add one more rule here which I mentioned about. So rules, you can also take a look at the cursor directory or cursor rules. You need to find one specific to Django. Here is one more with Python. You can even check whether we have Django. So here is the one. I can copy this and I can paste into cursor. Right, we can even specifically ask in our prompt to go through list of the tasks. So I can use task.mdc. Right now here I can use the task I have set with Grok. So here can scroll back, and here you can see the task list for the project. Right, to mention those files, tasks, rules, PRD. Okay, so we mention using sequential thinking, read the task, rules, and PRD document, and create a web crawler that checks URL of the domain, and then create frontend to display those URLs, allow user to export as Sitemap XML. Right, so basically this should be the requirement. I will set it to auto, right, and already mentioned the stack here within PRD. So okay, here we have our tech stack, Django, right. So now I will just use send, and it should start with development. Okay, it will install some of the packages as well. Okay, as you can see, the cursor has made the sitemap generator. So what I will do is basically add the URL and check if it crawls everything. Once it does, we will use the export button to take all those URLs into sitemap XML document. So it is taking its time so far, but our limit is 100 URLs, so it will stop around like 40 or so based on the available pages. So that's the part I'm looking at right now. So how long it crawls or something. Okay, now the way this UI is created on its own, I didn't specifically mention about this green button. There are around 25 or so entries. It lists all the available URLs which I can browse. Currently 24 pages, all accessible. Now the final part is seeing that whether I can use this sitemap XML. So let me open this. Currently you can see it's forbidden, and so I think I will have to work on this. So I can mention how the sitemap XML file should be. Okay, so if I crawl again, it should show me some links. This time I have picked very minimal set of websites so that I don't have to crawl like more than 100 URLs. Now this one is only with single URL, so I will just export it and it will look something like this. Currently you can see it says forbidden HTML, so I don't know why we need this. So I will just copy this and show cursor about it. I'll mention sitemap XML is showing below output. Only edit the code specific to this issue and leave the code intact. And using sequential thinking, fix the below errors, and I will just post this one, right? And hopefully it will fix few things like views.py, etc. It has reloaded one file so far, so I will just accept all changes and I'll just close this one, right? And then again I have to click on this particular link. Now I can give it something simple now, right? Let's see if it picks at this time. So if I say start crawling, it should come with few links. So if it comes with like under 50 or so, it's working. I don't have many URLs on that page, so it should have few only for the sitemap. Now as you can see, it has came with around 15 or so lists. I'll export that as sitemap. If I open it again, it will show the similar error, so I may have to give it the sample, right? So I will copy the content of sitemap XML and I will show you this. Now here, okay, we can say there is course error in sitemap XML. You can below output in sitemap XML generation part of the code and only fix that, right? Check below output to understand the problem. Use sequential thinking to solve one step at a time, right? So if I pick this particular part as right now, once the server is stopped, I can clear this. Okay, so notice that the XML sitemap is now generated. It took a lot of time, but I hit the export option and it is now allowing me to view the sitemap XML. If you see multiple calls for the header, just make sure to remove it and then save it again. Okay, that should also work, and you can use that to submit to any of the crawler that you are working with and get your URLs indexed. So that will also work, right? So I made this using Django and Cursor.